Nazmuddin Shanto is pretty animated. In the last few overs, you've seen him going and having a chat with the skipper. Just making sure that they've got the right field set for the pair. Samuel Badri, who are you expecting to bat?
I think Shehope should be one of the batters, given the fact that he's gotten some runs in this game. Sherfin Rutherford seems to be one of the batters going out. I would expect that there'll be a right-left combination here. So it's Shehope and Sherfin Rutherford. He's dangerous if he can make contact, Sherfin Rutherford. And Shehope, he will be fresh from that knock. He has momentum. He understands the pitch. So not a bad shout. And for Bangladesh, they will, in all likelihood, go with Mustafizur. He has so much experience. That slower delivery, the cutters into the surface. Yeah, as a reminder, just the format of this super over, you have 2 wickets. If you lose 2 wickets, that's it. That's the end of your innings. So at max, you can lose 2. So you want to utilize all 6 deliveries firstly and not be dismissed. First super over involvement for these 2 teams against each other.
I've just been informed that West Indies have played once super over. That was against the Netherlands, and Netherlands went on to win that match. Yeah, World Cup qualifier. Shehope. Hope is what West Indies fans will be hoping that he can take on the bowlers and put on the winning number. What's the winning number on this surface? Come on, Samuel Badri, give me one.
I look into my crystal ball, Arta. We just saw Saif almost defend 5. I don't think that's the magic number. I think you need around at least 12 to 15 on this surface. Can they get that? Super overtime.
A big swing will only be a single. You know, they would need a couple of boundaries to make sure that they can get close to the number that you mentioned, Samuel Badri.
Hasn't done much with the bat in this series to date. Sherfin Rutherford has had an excellent start to his ODI career. But this is not about ODI cricket anymore. This is a super over. This is just 6 deliveries. This is an opportunity to hit a boundary or 2. Something that he's very capable of.
Yeah, Mustafizur Rahman went wicketless, went for 40 in the 8 overs that he has bowled in this innings. Into the hands. And would you believe it, it's Saif Hassan who takes a really good catch. So it's Mustafizur Rahman who picks up a wicket.
And his struggle continues. Sherfin Rutherford. A little bit of poetic justice. The drop catch of the bowling of Saif. Now he takes the catch himself. Inches off the ground. It's an important catch, you know, because remember, you're only allowed 2 wickets. Another wicket here, and that's it. Innings ends. Sherfin Rutherford goes without scoring. 1 for 1 from 2. And by 2, I mean 2 balls.
What a game you've seen so far. Yeah, he's pouched that for sure. think he was probably thinking the ball was a little bit closer. In the end, it started to drop in front. So he had to dive in the front to take the catch inches off the ground, which will allow Hope to be on strike now. Or do better on strike. Has to be. Correction.
Right, how do you play this though, knowing that you have only one wicket in hand? Do you play it safe and get a single, look for a double? Do you go hard and risk getting out and ending the innings? That is the decision that has to be made. The new batter, Brandon King.
Confirmation. Dutch Bangladeshi bank decision pending, and which is rocketed out. I think they can't afford to lose a wicket here. They cannot take that risk. In the gap, they should come back for the second. Good run. This may be the fourth or the fifth ball you can try to really go after it.
Yeah, I agree. He's usually very strong in that area. There's no pace to work with, and that was his undoing. Sherfin Rutherford has hit many sixes over extra cover, over point, but the lack of pace doesn't allow him to. Disappointment there from Floyd Reefer. And you're right, in my mind, I'm in agreement with you. Next delivery, maybe play it a little bit safe, look to work it around for a couple if possible, and then deliveries 5 and 6, go for the boundaries. If you go for it now and you get out, that's the end of the innings, and you only have 3 on the board.
Yeah, what an over from Fizz. He's only given away 3 runs. He's also picked up a wicket. And he comes. Wide, outside the off stump. Did it carry? Did it carry? Did it carry? You can see the reaction from the bowler.
Let's have a closer look. The bottom of the bat, another slower delivery. A little bit hesitant, hanging on the circle. Might have fallen just short of him. Had to judge it. And that slight delay allowed the ball to fall short of him, much to his dismay. Right, these 2 deliveries must go.
Yeah, because he's feeling at the edge of the circle. And it fell short. He was coming in. Again, a very good delivery. Doesn't allow the batter to free their arms and just throw at the wrong end. Should have been at the non-striker's end.
Hey, why did he decide to do that? Should have thrown at the closer end, look for the run out. Good running though. West Indies have gotten up to 6. Can they finish with a boundary? Can they get to 10? Yeah, through at the wrong end. It's very difficult to run out at the striker's end from that distance. Thinking boundary, Shai, where is his option? Third and fine leg in the circle, but he hasn't any pace to work with.
Well, it's gone over the fielder at short third, and it will be a boundary. They'll take it. With that boundary, finally a boundary of the last ball of the over, it is an excess pay for, which will give Bangladesh, when they come back to chase 11, they've got now 10 runs in the super over. Is that enough? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, fortuitous boundary for Shai Hope and the West Indies to end that super over. A good slower delivery, but with the field placement and that third in the inner circle, it meant that it rolled away for who's bowled.
You saw earlier, Medius and Miraj having a chat with Salahuddin, the coach. Not a bad over to start with Fizz. The match this has turned out to be brilliant.
Yeah, the Tigers' indomitable spirit. Just a little reminder of how things go with the bowling from a bowling standpoint, they can decide when they go out in the middle who's going to bowl the over based on who's come out to bat. Lots of discussions. They're keeping all of the options intact. Yeah, that super over, first ball, a single, she could connect. Shifin Rutherford, he connected, but only as far as Saif out in the deep. A good catch, very low. Brandon King came out, a single ensued in the next delivery. Got a couple actually, good running. This was an opportunity just short of Mehdi Hassan Miraz, and another good bit of running here for another couple, which took them up to 6. And then the final delivery. A fortuitous edge, runs away for 4, got them to 10. Yeah, disappointment there, but a lot of joy for the West Indians. They have something to work with. What happens if they get to 10 now, Arthur? If there's another tie?
It's going to be another super over, bro. You're not going anywhere. $11 is the target. It looks like Akhil Hussain will probably bowl the super over.
They're just going on.
Left arm orthodox. We'll have to wait and see who comes out to bat for Bangladesh. Shumo Sharkar has to be one of them. Shumo Sharkar has to be. And yes, Saif Hassan, the option of Saif Hassan open. And what about Rida? Rida got a smash to 50. There's also an option of a right-hander. I thought Mahidul Islam Ankon played a crucial knock. Maybe not a bad call if you see him in the middle.
What about Rishad Hussain? He's played a couple blinders, some cameos at the back.
Saif Hassan took a very good catch, nearly won the game. Remember that catch which went up. Noor Hassan and also Mustafizur Rahman so very close to Noor Hassan, trying to get close to the ball. In the end, it was dropped.
It'll be interesting to see who takes strike, Arthur, in the... In all likelihood, it is Akhil Hussain. And I think that the left-hander should take strike for obvious reasons. But let's see.
Still waiting who will be the bowler. You mentioned Akhil Hussain. We also saw Roston Chase loosening up. It looks like it's going to be Shumo Sharkar who will take the strike, because he is the non-striker is Saif Hassan close to the bowler. So that's what you wanted to see. Shumo Sharkar looked in good nick. 45. Those are his numbers. What is the most important number? Is 11.
Come on, Akhil.
Right. Left-hander on strike. You have a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on. 3 fielders on the onside, on the boundary ropes, and also 2 long off and very wide third. Right, here we go. 11 need in 6 deliveries. Akhil has the ball. Shumon strike. Well, it starts with a wide. So it's 10 and 6.
Yeah, exactly what he didn't want, extras, but the plan is clear. It's a no ball, Arthur. It's a no ball. Can you believe it? Can you believe this? This is unforgivable from Akeal Hosein. You bowled a wide and now you've bowled a no ball, so it's a free hit. It's an additional run. My oh my, this is a gift. Christmas is around the corner.
He's put that straight into the hands, but will only be a single. Would you believe it? I could not believe my eyes. He already bowled 2 no balls early in the spell. 2. That is his 3rd no ball. Unbelievable. और ये एक और रन आसानी से मिल गया, जैसे सांता की गिफ्ट है, ये मार तो सीधा हाथ में दिया, बस एक रन हुआ. Taif Hassan on strike. And it's a dot. So make that 6 and 4.
Come on, Kelly.
Shanto, the next man in, left-hander, doesn't want to be out there. He wants these 2 to finish it if they can. No extras from Akeal needed.
Over the top on the offside, the only a single which will bring the left-hander Shomo Sharkar on strike. And he'll be eyeing the onside area. That's why he's having another discussion in the middle with the skipper.
Yeah, I think Shomo Sharkar should take all 3 deliveries. All 3 deliveries to the left-handed Shomo Sharkar, swing for the boundary. If he connects, game over. Don't take the single to get Saif back on strike. That's what I'm thinking. If he middles it, it could be game over. So it should be thinking even numbers, 2, 4 or 6, no single.
Now they've got 4 on the onside on the boundary. Only 1 at backfoot point, wide 3rd. Mid-off inside the circle, cover inside the circle. There is short 3rd. So if it's on the offside, maybe, just maybe, Shomo Sharkar can try to hit over the top on the offside. We'll have to wait and see. They're taking a bit of time. That's fine. Change of mindset, change in the field again. So the fielder at short fine has gone back. A change of the field, actually changing the fielder's position, same field on the onside. Right, he's eyeing the onside area.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many fielders he has in the deep leg side, that's the direction he's going. He knows if he connects, that's the game. I don't think that he's thinking offside, not with the amount of turn Hosein is getting.
He goes onside. Has he found the fielder? Yes, he has. It's a wicket.
Silence. Absolute silence. Pin drop silence here in Mirpur. Swung, connected, but not connected well enough. And a catch for Gudakesh Motie. Yeah, went through the shot a little bit too early. Absolute precision from Motie, another low catch. And now the pressure is on. 5 from 2, 1 wicket in hand. Shanto will be on strike, but Saka goes for 3, 6 for 1.
Right, left-hander replacing a left-hander. They need a boundary here. We saw him timing the ball nicely when he batted earlier on, but this is a completely different situation. Pressure on Bangladesh. What does he do? Akhil, already in a way among the wickets. Oh, that might be another wide. We'll have to wait and see. No, leg by. So they need 4 on the last ball.
Yeah, just look at how low this one kept on the sharp turn. Just clipping the pad. Yeah, it's difficult. It really is even more difficult for the right-hander. So the odds are stacked in the favor of Akhil Hussain. 4 from 1. 3 runs gets us to another super over. That's unlikely. We haven't seen too many threes in this contest, so we can for all intents and purposes rule that possibility out. It's either a 4, a 6, or West Indies win. What are the options for Saif? He has a cover on the boundary, point on the boundary, a deep mid wicket, a long one, long off. Doesn't have anyone backward of square on the boundary. Just look at the line that he's bowling. It has to be all outside off stump.
Yep, where does he target? It's going away from the right-hander. What about a reverse sweep? Let's see. When he comes. 4 needed. Another wide. Incredible. So down need 3 runs. There is a possibility of another super over, I can tell you that. Very much a possibility. The extra fielder comes on the offside. So it will be bowled somewhere around the off stump or just a little bit wide. He cannot afford to bowl another wide here. He simply cannot afford to bowl another wide. It's an outside edge, it's straight to the fielder. And it's only a single. What a match. West Indies have finally managed to hang on and goes on to win in the super over.
What a victory for the West Indies to keep the series alive. Only their 3rd victory away from home out of 13 matches, but out of 14 matches.